Have you guys ever watched the TV show Shark Tank? Well, if you wanted to become a million or a billionaire investor, this is the show that I highly recommend you to watch it. Because on Shark Tank, it is where the entrepreneurs would pitch their business idea to the millionaire or the billionaire investors sitting right in front of them. In order to fully understand the businesses that they're investing in, most investors will usually have a checklist of questions that they will ask. And through a checklist of questions, they will then decide whether this business is a business that they want to invest in or not. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my S.H.A.R.K.S checklist so that you can learn how does an investor determine whether a business is a good investing opportunity or not. Hi guys, this is Chris here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, a place where you can learn more about business, economics, and entrepreneurship. Now, the first things investors will usually ask is, can a business scale easily? Now, usually there are two characteristics for a business to scale. The first is the leverage of technology, and the second is that that company is selling a physical product. Let's say I'm making this video, and I can reach thousands or millions of people with this one single video. What? And remember, once I publish this video, it doesn't cost me anything. It doesn't cost me any additional time, and people can still have access to my video 1 or 2 years down the road. So that is something called the leverage of technology. And the second characteristic that a business can scale easily is they are selling a physical product. So let's say, for instance, Coca-Cola. If there is an increase in demand for Coca-Cola drinks, once the facility is built, all they have to do now is to ramp up productions and to make more drinks. And therefore, as the cost stays relatively stagnant, the profits increases exponentially. So if business can scale, the next thing that they will move on to is who are the humans, or who are the people who are managing the company? Do they have any experience in that particular industry? Are you full-time in this business? How much money did you invest in this business? What are your skills? What are your expertise? And you will realize that this is something they will ask all the time. So why don't we watch an example together?
You do have something very different in your expertise and your knowledge of being a doctor.
And as you can see in this example, the entrepreneur who came up with the products is a doctor. So people would trust her products more than anyone else in the market. And that's what I'm talking about. If your expertise can help you to grow your business, then it's a... So the third thing they will look at before they invest their money in a business is the accounting side of the business. What are your sales? What are your margins? What are your profits? Are there any debts? So after they understand the profitability of the business, and this is where they will ask more questions about the industry and the company. How big is the industry? How big can this company potentially grow? So let's watch another example.
You do any type of market research and ask them, would you buy this?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So that's what I'm talking about. If you have a business, you have to know your numbers. You have to understand how big is your market, how big is your industry. But in this scenario, this company, they understand that Wanna Date is not in a very lucrative, in a very big industry. And her vision is to make dates to be a mainstream products like avocado. So basically, Laurie is asking, well, how big is the industry? How big is the market? Because we have to understand that if the industry is not big, if there isn't a lot of demand for this product, then you won't get any sales, right?
A few moments later.
Sadly, I'm out.
Well, if a business is making a lot of money, and if they really like the entrepreneur, then they will ask themselves, do they have a passion for this product? Do they have a passion to grow this business with the entrepreneur together. And obviously, making money is not a passion. Sometimes the angel investors might not get excited enough to grow this business together. So if they like the company, if they like the products, if they like the entrepreneurs, the company is making a lot of money. Well, so what makes this company so special in the first place? And that is exactly what they're going to ask. I remember there's a particular company in Australia, S.H.A.R.K.S, and this company makes amazing, delicious salads. And the sharks love the products. However, they ask, well, what makes this company so special? And clearly, you don't need that much skills to make salads. So the barriers of entry is really low. And that's why one of the sharks says, I am out. Because sometimes you can build your entire economy with counterfeit products.
You want to buy from China? That's great. Buy from China. Buy toys from China.
So ideally, if they were to invest in a particular business, that business has a very high barriers to entry. They might be protected with patents, with trademarks, or even FDA or government approval.
No,
Do you
it's
have a
not.
patent on it?
I don't have a patent on it. This product has merit.
If a product doesn't have patents, then people can basically copy what they're doing, duplicate it themselves, and sell the same products legally. What the f? It's such a dangerous business. If someone were to copy the same thing that I do, then we're screwed. So these are the things that millionaire or billionaire investors will look for before they were to put their money in a particular business. So here's the summary of this entire video. First and foremost, we always want to look for companies that are highly scalable. If the business is not scalable at all, they will say, I am out. Secondly, we want to look for businesses that has a good management team behind the business. That means we will look at the humans of the company. If we don't like the entrepreneurs, if we think that we cannot work with the entrepreneur, then they will say, I am out. Thirdly, we want to look for businesses that are highly profitable. If the company is not making a lot of profit, if a company has really thin margins, then they will say, I am out. And number 4, we should always invest in companies only if we understand the business. So they will need to do plenty of research. They will have to ask different questions like, oh, how big is the market? What's the industries like? Blah, 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 blah. And if they don't understand the company, if they don't understand the industry at all, then they will say, I am out. And then they will look at something called keenness. How much passion do they have for this particular business? How much passion do they have for this particular product? And last but not least, they want to invest in businesses that are special. That means the company may have patents, the company are protected, the company has some sort of government approvals, trademarks, domain names, assets, brand names, brand recognition, blah, 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 and so on. If you have nothing special,
I'd much rather have that beach house for the $1 million, so I'm out.
Why the fuck you lying?
And comment below what you have learned so far. Thank you for watching this video to the end, and I'm launching this first series called How to Bite Like a Shark. We'll discuss how Shark Tank investors or how million or billionaires investors make their investments and how we, as normal human beings, can learn from this show. Especially if you're investing in the stock market, if you're investing in properties, I think the concepts is actually pretty similar.
Ta-da!
And in part 2 of this video, I'm going to share my S.H.A.R.K. checklist. The entire checklist, part 1, is called S.H.A.R.K.S, S.H.A.R.K.S checklist. And the second one, it's called S.H.A.R.K versus Tank. So Shark versus Tank.
Oh my
please like this video, or else